Welcome back, everybody. We've got another product from Wild Badger that we're going to be reviewing. This time it is a backpack blower, even though it just looks like a box. This is the one that you see on Amazon. It's listed as the 43cc backpack blower, or 650 CFM backpack blower. And we're just getting started here. We're just going to show very quickly just the slightest look at the way it comes packed, because nobody's interested, but there it is. Let's get it all out onto the table so we can get a look at this stuff and see what we got. Okay, here's what we got. This is everything that was in the box, and I've got it laid out in a way that I think I can explain what's happening. Let's start with the main unit. This is the motor, of course. This is 42 points. Okay, here we go. 42.7 cc, as they're listing as a 43. They're just rounding, and it is 650 CFM, and they say about 17.5 pounds. And so it's a nice lightweight backpack blower. And let me tell you, after having it on for a good half hour, if you're blowing off 3 or 4 of them at once, the bigger ones do start to really kind of hurt your shoulders. So this one is a little smaller than the one I usually use, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how well that works on a long job. Anyway, it's not hard to figure out. You put the tubes onto each other. I've got them laid out about how they go. This, of course, is the main exit, and they hose clamp on with these big hose clamps, and you can tell what order they go in just by looking at them. This is the larger one that clamps onto here, and then the smaller one clamps on to here, where this one will go into this one, and then you would use your smaller hose clamp there. And that's just because this big part here has to bend, and so they have to do it that way. And then after that, all these are plastic, these extension tubes, as you can see how they're going to be laid out, and you just press them into each other and twist and click. And then once you get down to the end, you've got a section that has no push and click. It's definitely the end of the big main tube. And so that's the way that is going to be laid out. They give you all the tools that you need. If you're wondering, there's no little wrench. Well, you use the flat blade screwdriver end of this wrench to twist those hose clamps on. And then the Allen wrenches, I don't know yet what they're for, but maybe we'll figure it out. And of course, the tube is going to go onto the trigger is going to mount onto the tube. I will probably try to get it about to that point by the next scene so that you can see what's happening. Okay, I'm going to pause right here, and I want to explain that you want to get that handle on there, onto this second tube here, before you go any farther, because you'll never be able to get it over the end if the rest of them are on. And definitely undo that bolt like most of the way so you can get this wide enough to slip over the end. You see how it fits onto that key there? But it all goes on from the end, like it goes on this way. So you're going to have that expanded open all the way to get it on there. Just wanted to mention that before you get the whole thing together and realize you don't have the handle on. And so this part here goes into here, and we tighten it down, and then you can adjust your handle anywhere you want. That's why that loosens by hand wherever that went. There you go. And then this will adjust up and down wherever you want to put it, with however it's most comfortable for you. And so moving on, let's get that together and see what we got. Okay, and here you go. This is the way it looks. It's got a really nice long tube on it. And it was the same thing, you know, you push it in and you twist and it clicks. And then in addition to that, it's also got these screws. But if you may have spotted that in the previous scene, I've got it all together now. But there was a metal inlet, metal tap that was in the tube, and it's only on one side. So it has to tap in on one side, one particular way. And you'll notice I don't have them on this side. I've got them on this side, on this one. And this is just for the video, because I wanted to make sure that the Badger sticker is on the right side where it's supposed to be, but if I had screwed these in, now these are locked in, these are twist and clicked, so they're not going to come out. The screw is kind of an extra thing, but the factory put the sticker on the wrong side, and so if I were to have put it together correctly, the Badger sticker would be on this side and upside down. So just for the purpose of the video is why I did that. But normally when you put this together, and when I finally put it together the right way, all three of those screws will be on this side. In this particular case, the Badger sticker will be on the other side and upside down. But that is it for assembly. Now I'm going to put some gas in it. This is 2-cycle, of course, 50-to-1. Take it out on the driveway, and what you'll see next is me starting it for the very first time. Alrighty, so it definitely works. That's always a good sign. At this point, what we'll do is we'll take it with us when we're going to be blowing off a yard. I'm going to get a yard all the way to the point where it got to be blown off. So that's what we'll do next. We'll take it out and demonstrate it in a real situation. Okay, so here's the basic test I've got set up for it. I guess I purposely blew grass onto the sidewalk so that we could do this. We have no leaves right now in Florida. The trees are not dropping leaves yet, so we're going to go with grass. It's just a basic test, just kind of get a feel for it anyway. So here we go. Okay, so my other camera has overheated, and we will just use this one. I must say, it is much lighter than my other one. I run a Husqvarna 570 normally, which is closer to about 850 or 950 CFM. So the Husqvarna is stronger, of course it is, but this one has a narrower tube, and it is more, oh, what do you call it? Pointed? I don't know. It definitely has a very good airflow. It's when you get to the edge there, if you're getting tight to the edge and you want to get the grass out of the edge, you just put the nozzle right up next to it. Well, tapered is what the word I'm looking for. At the end there, which is definitely giving it a whole lot more power than it would if it wasn't tapered. And the other thing I want to mention is that the tube is exceptionally long. I'd have to say it's a full section longer than my other one, so I definitely have a longer reach, if you saw in the video, and that's a good thing. That's always welcome. And anyway, with my other camera overheated, I'm gonna have to use this one in a handheld, but I wanted to get a point of view, and that will just kind of be the outro. It is a good strong blower. definitely lightweight, definitely runs, and it runs well. And so on the way out here, I'm just going to try to film straight down the nozzle so that you can see what it's doing on another edge. I'll go ahead and edge this one, and then I'll film what I'm talking about with the nozzle being right next to the edge. And that will do it. If you want to get one of these, this one was about $175 at the time that I filmed this. And there'll be links to the Amazon website if you want to go pick one up. And they have a bigger model than this, actually. They have a bigger one and a smaller one. This is the middle one. And the large one, I think, is 53 or something like that, which put it more in the range of, you know, like the larger one that I use. But it's nice to have a big one and a medium one, honestly. This is going to be really good for average jobs like this. Anyway, appreciate you all watching. Check out the links and enjoy this will be a wobbly camera point of view. Have a good one.